Welcome to Coffee and Cleavage.
Welcome, everybody.
Well, we've been reading some very interesting topics lately.
Very.
Fetishes.
Fetishes and kinks.
And the difference between the two. Which I really didn't know there was much of a difference between the two until we kind of started researching more on this topic. And I'm like, oh, okay, wow.
A lot of the population has a little bit of kink in their life.
Oh, yeah.
And certainly not everybody has a fetish.
Yeah.
And we definitely learned that mostly men have fetishes.
Yes. And
not very many women, which is interesting because women are consumers of erotica.
Yeah.
Really likes their dirty novels and their dirty movies.
Yeah.
But the actual fetish is something much different.
Exactly. Women like their mind to be stimulated, and 50 Shades of Grey, reading all
Yeah,
those books,
50 Shades of Grey.
we're all into that. But it's true. I don't think there's very many, and I'm sure, I'm not speaking on behalf of all, but I'm sure there's, it doesn't seem like there's very many fetishes from women. But, I've never heard of a woman having a foot fetish. Have you?
No, I don't think I have. It's usually men who are fetishizing feet. Mm-hmm.
That's a big one.
I would like to know if there are any women with feet fetishes.
Yeah, I would like to know.
I'm super curious. Yeah, I want to know. Mm-hmm. So most fetishes are from men. And it was interesting. I never really understood the origin of fetishes.
Me either. And it's very interesting of how they what they stem from.
Yeah, what they stem from. And there's way more research that is to come from fetishes, but what researchers have found so far is that they're from, early experiences, conditioned. So I think one of the studies we were reading about, the men were shown nude photos of women and then nude photos of women next to boots. And then after a while, they were shown boots by themselves, and men were turned on then by the boots themselves, even without the women in the pictures. Mm-hmm. I thought that was super fucking interesting.
It is, and it makes sense.
It does make sense.
It does. It totally makes sense. I've never even read or really even looked into this stuff until now, and I'm like, that is so interesting. What's another one we saw with the desk? That was
objects. Okay, so
objects, yes.
Furniture, objects. Fetishes are often from non-sexual items, object, and getting turned on from them. So a desk and a chair. And this one makes a lot of sense to me because if you're working a 9 to 5 and you're sitting at a desk all the time, you're probably imagining anything but your fucking desk, right? To me.
Because they're sitting at their desk probably thinking about whatever they're thinking, and then whenever I don't really know, and they see a desk, is it taking them back to
everybody's imagining somebody bent over the desk? I mean, come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
We're laying on the desk. How many sex office scenes have there been? In all of movies.
It's true.
So many. But I mean, it makes sense. And some of the interesting, the conditioned ones are imprinted. So something happening when you're younger, when you're first aroused, that's not necessarily sexual, or it could be sexual, and then that just staying with you. Mm-hmm. One of the examples was the first aroused experience with a young man was with a woman with thigh-high stockings. And so then from that moment on,
they had a fetish for that.
They were turned on every time they saw stockings. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
It does.
I think that was the second most fetish as well.
Yeah.
It's women's stockings.
And stiletto heels too. That's another big one. Of how
I think they're fucking hot.
I do too. Shit.
It wouldn't be a requirement for me to climax, but it's fucking hot.
Yeah, absolutely. They make everything look hotter. Your legs, everything.
Yeah, it's very feminine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But there's also fetishes where people licking the bottom of someone's stiletto.
Yeah, that's definitely a fetish. I feel more than a kink. I don't know.
Yeah.
The kinks are interesting though too, because I feel kinks are a necessity for keeping stuff hot,
Everyone
and just
has kinks.
Exciting, not so basic.
Yeah, not so vanilla.
Vanilla sex.
Vanilla sex.
And I feel like movies and books and stuff have made all of that stuff more mainstream.
Yeah.
You know, like whereas BDSM is now like acceptable and talked about in society, you know? Like people are okay with getting spanked and tied up.
Yeah. I think getting spanked's just like the little gateway to that all because
a little bit of sting.
You know, yeah. Like I like that. I like being spanked, but
Ooh,
I don't want to be
Lynnie likes
whipped.
being spanked.
But not like whipped, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
playful.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody has different thresholds, certainly.
Yeah.
But maybe it is a gateway to getting tied down and
I didn't realize that
whipped.
That fell into the category of that. But interesting.
I mean, I would say it's a little bit of a kink. I mean, I'm sure that spanking could be a fetish as well. I don't know. That's more of an act, but there are acts that are fetishes as well.
Yeah.
Not just objects.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about all the objects and the interesting ones that were like the less common fetishes. Mm-hmm. Getting caught in quicksand.
What? I mean, what the fuck?
So bizarre to me, but there are literally so many fetishes. But those ones are the ones that are like, what?
Yeah. Like
how exactly? I feel like you have a very vivid imagination.
Mm-hmm. So, like, what's a kink that you have?
Oh, fuck. I was just about to ask you.
I like to, just nothing like, I don't like, maybe don't.
You don't want to be, whoa, what? You want to be spanked, but not spanked too hard, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just like in a playful way, I guess.
But like when you're already in the act or like or like at the beginning stage, like once you're already in the moment, or do you like to be spanked like beforehand? It's getting really personal. Tell me about your spanking patterns. Fuck.
No, it's not. It's just like, it's just like a little turn on, just like a little playful spank. I don't know. I think it's hot.
Yeah, but it definitely has to be like in the moment to where like things are already happening. Like you can't just like walk up to me and like spank me to get me turned on. Have you ever tried like being tied up?
Mm-hmm. That's fun.
It can be hot.
Yeah.
I don't really like things poured on me. Ooh, like pour some hot fucking honey on me. And it's like, fuck, that sounds sticky. That's like a once in a fucking blue moon extravaganza.
Yeah.
Like if that was my fetish, I would be very frustrated. Mm-hmm. Maybe it couldn't be my fetish because of how frustrated being sticky would feel to me.
Yeah, like you said, once in a blue moon, it's fun to break out like the whipped cream and all the messy stuff, but not,
One of my friends had one of the candy man slings,
Oh, yeah,
trying to kink it up in the bedroom, like, going down on him, and she's like trying to eat the candy, and I was just like, that's so fucking awkward. Like trying to eat and like chew hard pieces of candy while your fucking face is right next to him.
Maybe he's into that. What is the sound fetish? It's what is it?
Yeah, is that a fetish? ASMR?
I wonder if it is. I think it is. I think people are into that.
Often, not always, but very often with fetishes, the fetish has to exist in order to climax. So if you need to listen to ASMR to climax, I mean, maybe it's a fetish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I personally don't really love listening to all of the sounds really up close and in your face.
Like, I hate the sound of people eating food.
So that's maybe what's
that's actually a pet peeve.
A pet peeve?
Yeah.
But is it like actually listening to it, or is the pet peeve like people like chewing with their mouth open?
Chewing with their mouth open.
Like just sounds that make you cringe?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pet peeves.
I mean, here we're talking about kinks and fetishes, but that just had to be thrown in. We're talking about the sounds,
Yeah, because some things turn you on. Some things you're like, oh no, I can't hear that. It would turn you off.
Doing the candy on your
oh, you would not. You would get turned off by that, huh? He's like going down. He's trying to be all sexy, eating your candy nipples, and he's like crunch, and you're like, oh, stop. Fuck.
Exactly. I don't think I'd like that.
Yeah, so tied up, spank. Like I like oil. I'm into oil.
Yeah, I like oil
because
too.
it feels good.
It does.
It feels good. But like anything to eat, I'm like, it's sticky.
Yeah, like chocolate syrup.
Yeah, like even lubes are too fucking sticky.
Oh yeah, they're very
Shit's
sticky.
so sticky. I don't want that shit in my hair.
No, but put your hair up if you use that. Because,
I put my hair up if I'm using oil, because then it gets all, messy.
Yeah.
I'm too much of a fucking like clean. I like things like clean and tidy. So
That's why that
messy.
stuff's like more special.
Yeah.
You use it like once in a blue moon when you really want to spice something up.
Okay, we sound so fucking vanilla.
We do.
Fuck. Somebody come spice up my life. Oh my god. Okay, well, I hope this has you feeling fucking kinky.
Cheers.
Cheers.